Thank you for stopping by today. My name's Scott G with the guarantee 150%. I'm going to be right over 50% of the time. I don't claim to be a rocket scientist. I'm only a knife reviewer. Well, and even to that, so many comedians out of work. Here I am trying to be funny. We are going to talk about the SOG Kiku XR LTE. Now, I had done a video previously that was covering the SOG or SOG Studies and Observations Group. For those of you that may not know what the SOG stood for. And I previously had done the Kiku XR. So, check that out if you're interested. This one, though, will be the XR LTE. Okay. This is going to be in the orange. Orange, you glad you got me? G10 handles. Okay, this is overall a larger, kind of a more, I would say, kind of a hefty, beefy feel in your hand just when you're holding it. As far as regards to the size. Now, this particular knife, like the other Kiku XR, is kind of designed and made with, I think, Japanese inspirations in mind. The actual designer himself, named after the knife, is Kiku Matsuda, Matsuda. And with his Japanese heritage and descent and knife making design, he's brought this beautiful blade to us. Now, with that, and is talking about the overall design itself, this is on ball bearings. It is the XR lock, which basically you're going to have with the particular lock knife itself. You have full ambidextrous where you can move the pocket clip, which is a deep carry pocket clip. You could move it to left or right carry. With that being said, if you look at the XR lock, as you pull back to disengage the blade, it's either left, right. It's going to be the same action. So that is a really great benefit of this particular knife. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what handed you are. You can have this set up for your particular needs, tastes. The blade itself is going to be CTS XHP, which I know they've used in a lot of their other blades as well. It's really hefty. Kind of, to my understanding, like a like a D2 tool steel a little bit. Very, very durable, strong, good performance in the field as well. And whereas a lot of knives, pocket knives especially, they tend to go within the same type of mechanical features, but this one, as far as a pocket knife folder, is something that is really unique. Now, we're going to go over one of the things that make it the most unique. But now, as far as the features, the XR lock, very strong, great jimping up here on the top. You can scoot your thumb up. Now, one thing I wish we had a little bit more of a choil down here. Rather than back here behind, because when you scoot your thumb up here to get a little more leverage for your push cuts or deep slices, penetration here, your fingers are kind of a little bit far back to get the best leverage, but that's okay. It's a Tanto with more of like a hollow grind here. At least they call it a Tanto, and then a flat grind. You've got a harpoon, kind of a swedge up here at the top. And then going into that jimping that I was just referring to, you do have the whole, it looks like where you could use your, flick it with your finger, I guess thumb, and then also the XR lock, which for me is very fluid, very smooth. No rock, no movement on this. Blade is extremely sharp. And like I said, if you're at a campfire outside, inside, I guess for that matter, or doing any type of like yard work or, you know, woodworking, and you needed just a heavy duty, all-purpose knife to kind of have either in your pack or in your pocket. Now this would be for me, I've carried this a lot every day, and I love that it's so light. Now, getting into the actual, this particular blade is full carbon fiber composite liners. It's got a tremendous advantage and a drop in weight, and like the strength on this is just unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. When you get down inside here, and you can even see that there is, this is even kind of milled out inside here on the carbon fibers. But when you look from up here at the top, all the way running down here, and you can even see it out here where you've got the lanyard hole, if you decide you want to have that. You've got the contoured pocket clip here, again, left or right. But this makes it super, super light. Let's weigh this just to kind of... Now the other, the regular Kiku XR, I believe comes in at about 5.6 ounces. Let's take a look and see what we register for this one. Okay. 4.3. So you're looking at 1.3 ounces between the LTE, and look at this. See, it registers 5.8, which it says 5.6. This is on the regular Kiku XR that just has the steel liners that are a little milled out here. But that shows you how much less you've got. We'll just sit them by each other here so you can kind of take a look at them. But the blade, of course, we've got the satin one down here. This is going to be the coated. Is this a Cerakote? I'm not exactly sure, to be honest with you. But the weight when you have it in your pocket is amazing, because it feels like, I mean, a much smaller knife. Now, I do have a little bit, at times, difficulty of getting it out of my pocket, just because when you get your pocket clip, and it is a deep carry underneath here, sometimes this, you're not going to accidentally have this thing fall out. You've got your G10 back spacer here. Now, I'll tell you, this handle, and I've got a large hand, the way that they do it, with having the lanyard option and then these scales, is when you wrap around this, your pinky is going to go right here on the very bottom, but it gives me a pretty darn full grip for being a small, and I say small knife because the blade itself and the weight, but it's just, it carries like a beast, man. This really carries like a much bigger knife. And I have stabbed, gouged, and used this thing on all different types of materials, boxes, and it's still extremely sharp. I love the molding here along the handle. You got your pivot here, easy to tighten if need to. All of the SOG knives I've ever had, I mean, the centering's perfect. That jimping along the top is just enough all the way down the back here to give you your much needed traction on it. Same thing with underneath. You've got some jimping right here on the back. You've got some on the bottom of the flipper, so that when your finger is on the top here, you get a nice, good purchase on the top here. See how it's kind of, and then down the back, your finger will, it doesn't, I may have some, you know, latex gloves on or such, but it doesn't, trust me, it's very smooth. Now it comes with a price tag of $225. That's not just throwing it out there as for dust in the wind. That's a pretty hefty price. Now, the previous regular XR was around $200, from, if my knowledge serves me correct. So for an extra $25, you're getting the full carbon fiber composite liners. And they're just so damn sexy too. I mean, look at how it just shimmers in the light here. I love carbon fiber. And again, that strength that you have with it and the construction. I'm happy with it. Now that I have this particular knife, the SOG Kiku XR LTE, this one's more of a, I mean, I'll always keep this, but obviously if I'm gonna grab one of them, I tend to grab my LTE. Blade length overall is 3 inches. We've got the overall length of the knife is going to be, I think initially that it was 7 1/4. I think they say 7.4. Weight again is going to be 4.3 ounces. Very, very nice knife. Very comfortable in the hand. You can't go wrong with it. Good profile. If you have any questions, I'm going to have some more videos coming up in the future for you. If you guys like to check out quick videos, just to give you my opinions, let you get a look at a knife and kind of a little bit feedback on my opinions and experiences with covering the particular knives. Again, my name's Scott G. Thanks for tuning in with that little old-fashioned radio. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.